Hello, hello, beautiful, blessed people. Bonjour, bonsoir, Kijanye. Hope all is well. If not, sending so much love your way. Hope you all are well. How are you doing? How are you doing? The time of me recording this, we're fresh out of the new moon in Cancer, or we're still in the new moon in Cancer energies. The nodes have officially shifted into Aries and Libra. This week we have Venus retrograde, we have Chiron retrograde coming up, and so a lot of energy shifts. And yesterday I'm feeling the energy shifts. I don't know about y'all. Are y'all feeling the energy shifts? I know I definitely am. And there was so much information, so much content out there, which I'm not surprised, let's be real, about the full moon, the new moon in Cancer. The moon represents Cancer, so to see all of this content and all of this information being spread about Mama Luna, the moon, it was really beautiful, but it was really, really overwhelming. And towards the end of the day, I got really overwhelmed. It was probably that moon opposing I forgot which transit it was. I believe it's Pluto. But it was probably a little bit of that. And I had to just really detach myself, really seep into my own heart center and mother myself and mother my own feelings and really shut out everybody else's opinions, which was great, which was fabulous. Like, I love it. I'm a student. I'm a Gemini. I'm always curious. I always want to learn. But I really felt like I needed to go in and tend and nurture my own inner spirit, my own mind, body, and spirit. And it was so interesting yesterday because I've had lots of conversations about the mother archetype, and shout out to my granny at Trifecta group chat, but we had a conversation about and I chatted with Shishetta as well over the weekend, and we were talking about this new moon cycle and what's to come and what was coming up for us. And we talked about that mothering ourselves and going into that heart space and really mothering each and every layer of your inner child, whether it's the infant, whether it's the little child, the adolescence, the inner teen, the little teen, the young adult, the college person, whatever that is, going back. And for me, I reflected on how would I now, as the Zen Wellness Mama, who's the oracle of hope, inspiration, love, and equanimity, share that message of love, joy, equanimity to that inner child Christine, to that inner adolescence. How would I show up and nurture those different phases of my life? And it was so interesting because my aunt was sending me so many pictures of myself throughout my childhood years. So I saw myself as a teen, I saw myself as a young girl, as a toddler. I even saw my mom or myself in my mom's belly as she was pregnant. And so with all that being said, the mother archetype energy is strong. And when I was doing my I didn't plan to come today because I was like, I need to just really process and deal with all of these shifts that are coming up so that I can then show up and share. But per usual, my 3-6 profile in human design, the 3 being the try as you go kind of archetype, the experimenter. It was really, I meditated this morning, and in my meditation, I was told to come on IG Live and to share a message with the collective. And the energies that came through so strongly was Kali Ma. Kali Ma came through so strongly, and Kali Ma normally pops up for me when I'm going through big transitions, big shifts. And I'll speak a little bit about the Kali Ma energy, but not only Kali Ma came up, Ezili Freda came up, Ezili Danto, Ezili Ganan, Ezili. So those are when you think of Mother Maiden Crowed in Haitian Fudun, we think of Freda, Dantor, Gran, Gran and Ezili. And so that energy popped up. And so I was like, Spirit said, I was like, okay, let me just wait. Let me just post it on my YouTube channel. Spirit said, no, get on IG Live, messy, like I'm in my robe. I got a little bit of time before I send my daughter to daycare. So they said, messy middle, just get out there, share this divine mother energy for the collective, for nurturing. No need to go down the cosmic insights. I was going to share a little bit about the human design transit. Spirit said, no, just get this message out, this oracle message, this divine mother message out to the collective to help nurture us during these cosmic shifts. We're going through some big cosmic shifts right now, and I feel like the divine mother is coming up. So that Kali Ma energy, that Gran energy, that Dantor energy is really coming up to help nurture us and to help accept the shifts that are. Because one thing that popped up for me yesterday with the high vibe mother archetype, what does she do? She accepts you as you are, just as you are. She opens you up she opens her arms up to you, gives you that hug, gives you that embrace. And so that's what I hope this oracle message is from you, from the divine mothers. That's my intention, to give you that high vibe divine mother archetype oracle message for the shifts that are going on at these times. And so I've pulled some messages from my Kali Ma oracle deck, and I love this deck. And this deck represents the divine mother of grace, spirituality, spiritual freedom, radical transformation, embraces your courageous soul. The Kali Raffle, supreme goddess of spiritual protection, welcomes you into her tender heart. The Kali, pure and ever watchful, stands against all obstacles of your fulfillment. So we'll be getting a message from Kali Ma this in the general message, and I already selected a card from the Kali Ma deck because the guidebook is really, really lengthy, and I want to make sure that I got right to it and highlighted the messages that she wanted from this time. And so I'll be speaking a little bit about the Kali Ma energy, and then to represent kind of like that Freda energy, which is like that adolescence from us, our teenage years, into the Dantor energy, which is like our adulthood, our womanhood, when we are the mothers, when we are in childbearing age, to the Gran energy of the elder, the Gran. And so for this, I'm using my Mother Tarot deck to represent that Freda energy, my African Goddess deck to represent that Dantor energy, and my grandmother's baby to represent that Gran energy. So we'll be getting messages or cards from each energy for these times, and then I believe Spirit wants me to dive deeper into these. So if you want full messages customized to you for each of your human design profile, make sure that you're subscribed to my newsletter, because I feel like there's a message coming out for each human design type, a personalized message. So with that being said, let's dive into the Kali Ma message. And so just talking a little bit of Kali Ma, I just want to kind of share a little bit about her in this energy too. So she tends to appear when there's a significant pain, or some people unconsciously associated with Kali in its creations. Especially she can turn up when there's big shifts, which I spoke to earlier. And let's see, what else did I highlight that I wanted to share with you all here? There's a lot, like I said, in here. She's helping us bring strength and wisdom to know how to pace ourselves during these times. Taking full responsibility for our experiences is a way that we can find freedom, the freedom and the power to heal and to grow. Kali will spontaneously emerge for willing hearts, not only during difficult emotional challenges, but also when we are at a significant soul breakthrough. And that's what we are, family. That's what we are. We are in a breakthrough in so many ways. Venus is retrograding. Chiron is retrograding. The nodes are shifting. We are in a soul breakthrough, okay? A soul breakthrough. And she definitely spontaneously emerges for me when I'm in that soul breakthrough. When I'm in that soul breakthrough, she tends to appear when there's significant pain from people of the unconscious. She knows where within us is the right time. And even if we don't know that we're ready, she leads us directly into that meaningful pain. And I think that's all that I'll share here about Kali. There's so much information, y'all. If you're interested or vibe with the energies of Kali, I highly recommend you check out this guidebook. But let's talk about the card that popped up. The card that popped up, which I think is just so perfect for the times that we are in. It's the Guna. And apologies for my mispronunciation. Lord knows I can't pronounce words in English, let alone words in Sanskrit, so bear with me. So the Guna Tantrika is the energy of 5. And if you look, I'm talking about a soul breakthrough, talking about the nodal shifts, the north node moving into Aries, the south node moving into Libra, and us right here in this heart center. Venus is going retrograde, just like really purging and reflecting during this time. Does this not feel like the energy shift that we are in, that soul breakthrough that we are in right now? And I just want to read a little bit of this, the Guna Tantrika, because it definitely speaks to that. And I want to make sure that I get this right. And I'll get to this a little later, the essence of Ezili, exploring the divine feminine in Haitian voodoo. I took that class with Manbo Charlene a couple of months back. But this is that divine feminine energy. So wait till you see how this divine feminine energy of the essence of Ezili shows up in this Guna Tantrika card. My mind was blown once I read this, and once Spirit downloaded me the concept of this IG live, and then this card popped out. Okay. So the Divine Mother manifests as a cure for when we feel overwhelmed or confused, or when we feel like we're falling apart or locked in stagnation. She is a superior medicine even when we may not be sure of what is needed to bring ourselves back into balance. She holds the answers. Tune into your heart, and there you will find her sacred prescription. Trust your inner guidance of what to do or what not to do next. Trust that a better order is being established. A better order is being established. The Guna Trankita is Kali's as the medicine mother. She generates and regulates the 3 inherent qualities within this phenomena, including our body, mind, and soul. These 3 qualities are known as the 3 Gunas: Sattva, Raja, and Tamas. So let's break down these 3 gunas, because and I explored this during my 300-hour yoga teacher training with Susanna Barataki with Ignite Wellness. Fabulous. If you're interested in taking your yoga teacher training, this is the yoga teacher training you need to take. They talk about the roots of yoga, and I love Susanna Barataki's work so much within the yoga space, so highly recommend her work. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll make sure that I link everything that I mentioned below, whether it's Mambo Charlene, whether it's the yoga teacher training. So this shows up when we need to slow down to heal and ground ourselves and regroup. Kali is Tamas. Tamas allows for deep renewal, deep restoration and renewal. So that Tamas energy. And that's what I feel like we're in right now, especially initiating us with this Cancer new moon, is initiating us into that Tamas, into that deep restoration and deep renewal. So that is our body, the body. So really taking care of that body helps us rest and to stay the course for however long we need to sustain. to overcome the excess of energy and the Tamas energy. Kali can stimulate within us the divine fire to initiate, to create that Rajas, that powerful energy to take action after the rest and after the achievement. So after the rest, after the achievement, the third and final guna is sattva. And sattva is the need to balance that we've aspired to extinguish our desire to act in a way that helps alleviate suffering from others. So can you see that energy here, that mind, body, soul? So the body, the deep restoration, the mind to take action, that rajas, and then the sattva, the soul, that spirit, that gran, that ancestor energy. So do you see how that all correlates here? The Guna Tantra manifests her wisdom in healing through our spiritual insights. The body and the mind know that there is a need for rest and activity, for detachment, and for engagement. It takes strength and spirit not to override the inner knowing with social pressures of inhumane expectations for consistent performance. When Guna Tantra arises in a reading, we are asked to trust the shifting of cycles and give ourselves what's needed for our own well-being. No being benefits when we are at odds with themselves. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace with your own being now. And this is what I preach as the oracle of hope, equanimity, and love. To be with your own being, to get through these shifts, to really see that guna tranquita. So I love that. I love that so much. Thank you, Kali, for bringing that energy to us. And now let's talk a little bit about the essence, the essence of Ezili. I'm not going to go too much into this. If you're interested, highly recommend checking out Mambo Charlene's work. And she taught this class on the essence of Ezili, exploring the divine feminine in Haitian voodoo. And if you are interested in more of Mambo Charlene's work, I invite you to Rassemble, the Haitian Arts and Culture Festival in September 24th weekend. It's going to be in Oakland, California. So I invite you to that. More information coming out soon, and Mambo Charlene is going to be a speaker, and I'm so excited. For that. So many good things going on during the Haitian Arts and Culture Festival Rassemble in the Bay, Oakland area in September 24th weekend. So mark your calendars, save the date. It's going to be the time. But she speaks about that we have these three essences of the divine feminine within us, all variation. Freda and Dator represents how to create and live our life methodically, right? Mythically, in that mythology. The Gran, the elder energy, is how and when to use your wisdom, right? So it's living through that mysteries. And we're currently going through this right now in Human Design Earth Gate, the gate of mysteries. So we're embodying this as we speak. And so I just gonna speak a little bit about, because she spoke to mind, body, and soul, the mind, body, and soul. And I just wanted to share, yes, what actions will you take when you know your mind, body, and soul? Freda represents the body. That what was the Sanskrit? So the body. So Freda represents the body, that Tamas energy. Ezili represents the actions, the mind, which is that Rajas energy. And Gran represents that wisdom, which is that spirit in action, which is that Sattva energy. So I thought that was so interesting, that just the correlations between all of those. And now let's get in and see what Freda has to say, that body energy. So Spirit, what do you have to say in regards to the body and that Tamas energy? So we have the Eight of Swords and the Six of Cups here. And yeah, the Eight of Swords and the Six of Cups showing up in the body energy really speaks to, and the Eight of Swords is really like being trapped by your mental thoughts, being trapped by your own mind, So I feel like Spirit is saying right now, and with the Six of Cups, is asking us to reflect back to that inner child, to reflect back in our community, to, okay, yes, I see what's coming out and what everybody has to say about this watery full moon, and it's, is it keeping me trapped in my mind, or am I breaking free and seeing my own reflection, or where I need to step into and what portal I need to embody right now. So I feel like with this energy representing the body, representing that Freda spirit, that innocent, that adolescence, that, young restorative spirit, I feel like Spirit's asking us to look back into our inner child. How can we look back to our inner child, and how can we reflect, and how can we mother that part of us, that shadowy part of us? If you can look in this card, you see that she is looking at a mirror. She sees a reflection of herself. So as you look at the reflection of your younger self, of your younger child, where do you need a mother? Where do you need to break free from those mental traps? How can you pour back love, pour back emotional, pour back that motherly energy to your inner child, to those parts of yourself, parts of your body that you didn't feel was loved growing up? How can you pour and give some more love and energy to those different parts of yourself right now? So I love that. So thank you, Freda. And yeah, to really sit in that and celebrate that, the Four of Wands energy. So celebrate where you are right now. This is leading us into the current energy, that Dantor energy, the mind energy, right? So this is leading us to really sit and celebrate where you are right now, the Four of Wands energy. So when thinking about that action, that Rajas, right? Taking action. So how can we take action? Asking the goddesses right now. Yeah, good juju, that the mysteries, using the mysteries for our liberation. I love this. Oh my gosh, Spirit is coming through. I love this so much. So for right now, with our minds, we knowing that we are in the earth gate. So the earth gate of the mysteries. And let me make sure that I am saying the right thing. Let me not speak the wrong thing. But right now, being in that gate of mysteries, and I'm not 100% sure the number of the gate, but I'm going to get that for you right now. But we are in the energies of the earth gate, so that grounding gate of mysteries. Yeah, where we gain the most experience from our week is the earth gate. So yeah, I wrote here that we're starting the week off experiencing life mysteries to help us tap into our intuition and inner knowing, using that awareness to accept what is coming through and trusting the timing through transformation in order to flourish, and that's the earth gate. So gate 61, we're starting the week off. So from Sunday to Wednesday, we're in that gate of mystery, tapping into that inner mysteries, tapping into that good juju, that Marie Laveau energy, tapping into that good juju, the beginning of the week, gate 61, to then gate 60, the acceptance of what is, in order to liberate ourselves, the acceptance of the secrets that have been revealed throughout the mysteries, throughout this time, throughout the retrograde season, as we're reflecting back. What is being revealed to us now? What secrets are being revealed to us now? What mysteries do we need to attune into in order to liberate ourselves? That is the action. That Ezili and that Rajas energy is asking us to lean into now. As the secrets are revealed, to tap in some of that mysteries. To really transform and to take action of acceptance, gate 60, and that is where we're experiencing this week Where are we experiencing this week? So I was able to tie a little human design in there. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me the right timing in order to do that. So now leaving us, tapping into that Sattva energy, that Sattva Gran energy, that elderly wisdom, that spirit energy. So what do you have to say? Ooh, the snake energy. I love a good snake energy. And the heart. I love it. So the heart was on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like our ancestors are really nurturing us at this time. Your grandmothers, in your grandmother's hands, grandmother baby. And that's the ancestor that popped up for me in my meditation this morning was my grandmother. So my grandmother, shout out to you, Gone. Shout out to you, Mama Gone. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the snake energy, and I'll read from the book here, the snake energy, but this is the ground energy that we are entering in. And snake energy is the shedding of the skin. We're shedding, yo. We're releasing, we're shedding. We're shedding in order for that transformation and for that new, in order for that kundalini to rise. In order for that kundalini to rise. 7, we're in a 7-year. The collective is in a 7 personal years to tap into the mysteries, to tap into spirit, to seek the knowledge, to ask the questions, to gain the answers. Yes. Ooh. For that transformation, for that collective transformation, so that we can embody it when the collective moves into the 8. If you want more information about this, I have information all about the 7 personal year and the collective year on my YouTube channel. Recently talked about that on the 777 portal. So let's see what the snake energy has to say. The snake energy, the queen of clubs, that fire. So this is the spirit energy, that grand energy, so that wisdom from our ancestors, from our elders. Before whiteness, we thrived on earth by our indigenous transitions for thousands of years. Before snakes was a creator and a transformer. Shout out to Damballa and Adi Wedo. Before snake was a creator and a transformer, until it was decided that the snake was a trickster. No matter, the medicine of the trickster is cunning. Like all things that can be killed, a trickster can't afford to take all of the stories as words. So they ask, who is telling the stories and what do they want? They make this a practice to keep death at bay. Are we getting to the real story? And if we're truly committed to life and liberation, that's the action. If we're truly committed to the action, are we willing to shed certain stories? Are we willing to shed certain stories? Certain stories that South Node, that they're releasing of codependent relationships. They're releasing of relying on other people. They're releasing of the need to partner. Are we liberating ourselves? Are we heading in the direction of the Aries North Node? Are we heading into the direction of the I am? Are we getting into the real story, our liberatory real story? Are we? Or are we trapped by that inner child? Are we trapped by that inner adolescence? Are we trapped by that inner teen? Our elders love to ask us, how free do you want to be? How free do you want to be? How free do you want to be? The answer is in which stories we tell, which ones we believe or become. The ones we help or keep alive. We have the power to keep alive stories that kill us. Many have died this way, and many are currently dying. Tricksters tell us our story. Wow. So that discernment, that snake discernment, to discern our own stories, Aries North Node, and release stories of others, release stories that others had a hold on us for. if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Yes, because we're in this energy of change. 5, we're in this energy of change and seeking our own story. 7, asking the questions of our own story, getting the answers of our own stories through the mysteries, through the good juju, through the mysteries of life, in order to liberate ourselves, in order to break free from the mental constraint, in order to nurture back that inner child. And that's the heart message. That's how we take care of our hearts during the season, during these big shifts, during these big cosmic shifts. Now, this is how we take care of our heart. Chiron is about to go retrograde, y'all. You know, Venus is about to go retrograde. We're reflecting. We're going in. We're reflecting. We're resourcing, going back to our past to see what resources we can have, we can gather to take us towards our next direction. So that's it. Message from Spirit, from the Divine Mother. I thank Kali Ma. I thank Ezili Freda. I thank Ezili Dantor. I thank Gran Ezili for this message. I thank your guides, my guides in spirit. I thank Mami Gran, my ancestor that came through, and for my spiritual team for allowing me to channel this message for the collective, for whoever finds this, whenever you find this, it's at the right time. And I'm sending you so many blessings on your journey. You know where to catch me. I'm at zenwellnessspace.com. I have a lot of new things coming up, but make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter and my YouTube channel, and I'll keep you updated on things. So sending you so much love. Nurturing mama, Zen Wellness Mama love as we go through all of these shifts. Have a beautiful day.